Hello, my name is Robin and I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this new video of mine. In the video today, leg 2 of this 3-legged trip back home, back to Canada. We're flying with Delta on their Boeing 737-800 and I'm taking you with me. But first, let's have a look at the Delta Sky Club here in Cincinnati. Please come with me. When you get off the plane into the terminal, you're met with quite a surprise. The airport here has several skeletons from animals from the Ice Age on display. These were moved here back in 2016 when the Cincinnati Museum Center closed for renovation, and I think that they're a great addition to this wide and open hallway of the terminal. This is also where you can find the Delta Sky Club. The lounge is accessible to frequent flyers of the SkyTeam Alliance with super elite status or higher, passengers in business class, or holders of an American Express Platinum credit card. Also, you will have to be on an international itinerary with Delta flights. The lounge has a self-service coffee machine from Starbucks and a bar. Here you can get free drinks or premium drinks for purchase. Aside from that is a moderate buffet with a salad bar and some soups. And what I really liked about this lounge is that not only they have fresh fruits, they also had a freezer with ice cream, and that's something I hadn't seen in any lounge before. The lounge is quite large, but it was really difficult to find a good spot to sit at, and even harder to find one where you have an available power outlet. This is pretty cool though. Instead of blasting out the sound of the TVs, you can tune in with your phone instead. A 1.5 hour flight today is operated on an almost 21-year-old Boeing 737-800. This was the fourth 737 next generation that was delivered to Delta, of which they now have 217 active in their fleet according to Airfleets. Luckily, in those 21 years, the cabin interior has been updated, with the last retrofit in 2016. In a minute, we'll have a look at what it's like to fly in the main cabin. Cincinnati Airport, also known as Northern Kentucky International, is a focus city for Delta, as well as Frontier and Allegiant, two airlines I'd still love to fly someday. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos announced last May that the company are investing $1.5 billion for a new Prime Air hub, so I bet that you'll see more and more of these Prime Air 767s here. The 737-800 has a total of 160 seats, of which 108 in economy in a classic 3-3 configuration. In front of economy you can find 32 seats in Comfort Plus, with a bit more legroom than in coach. I really love the combination with the red and the blue on the seats here. And finally, in the front of the aircraft, a total of 16 seats in domestic first class in a 2-2 configuration. We'll have a closer look at the in-flight entertainment system a little bit later, so let's first have a look at the features of the seat. On the bottom of the screen you can find a USB port and an auxiliary port for your headphones. The tray table is slightly narrow, but of a decent size for such flight. It has an indentation for a cup and can be adjusted. Delta are very generous with the reading materials. Aside from Delta's magazine Sky, you get a Wi-Fi instruction guide, a safety card, and Delta's in-flight menu. Delta have a separate pocket for the reading materials, so you can easily use it to store your own items. The legroom here at the exit row is great. I also noticed that Delta now have LEDs for reading lights. One trade-off to sitting at the window of the exit row is that the wall gets very cold and the armrest is somewhat limited, but that's not the end of the world. Delta also seemed to have installed some mood lighting, but that wasn't used throughout most of the flight. Delta have a great variety of food and snacks for purchase in economy, but nothing was available on a flight this short. Snacks are only sold on flights over 900 miles and whole meals on flights over 3 hours. In economy, passengers can buy alcoholic beverages, which in Comfort Plus and First are free of charge. I had a Diet Coke and coffee with some Cheez-Its. Now, I'm usually not a big fan of in-flight entertainment. After all, the best entertainment is gazing through your window. But the screen Delta have installed on this aircraft seem to be one of the more modern ones. And I'm looking at you, Air Canada. The screens are incredibly responsive and have a great selection of films and series. A new concept for me, however, is watching live satellite TV. As a kid, I had never imagined watching Cartoon Network live at 35,000 feet. In the Delta magazine, they have a nice article about the brand new Airbus A330neo, which I would love to fly sometime soon. When that will happen, I don't know. But I have already booked some more flights with Delta, so you can definitely expect some more flights with Delta on this channel very soon. Of course, all my flights I share live on my social media accounts, so I'd like to invite you to follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram account. But otherwise, please stick around until after landing for my final 2 cents on this flight. I really loved the fresh interior, especially the combination of the red and blue on the Comfort Plus seats. Overall, the flight was great, but it was one big problem. I sit in the exit row quite often, and all the times the crew are very strict about it. But for some reason, no checks were done with the exit row. The crew didn't ask if we were okay with helping in case of an emergency, and worst of all, the passengers had tons of luggage spread on the floor, which in safety terms is unacceptable. But that was really the only downside of this flight. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next week.